My name is Rafael, you're watching Rock and Roll Garage, and they're going to talk about why the Eddie Van Halen tribute tour didn't happen. And it's because of David Lee Roth, according to his brother, Alex. But first, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and leave your comment below. Well, it's even more unbelievable because Alex Van Halen, Eddie's older brother, said that Roth refused to pay tribute to Eddie during the shows. You know, Roth got mad when Alex said they would pay tribute to Eddie during the shows. They were already rehearsing for it. And when Alex mentioned that, Roth completely changed and saw that as an insult even, and said he wouldn't pay tribute to Eddie. He didn't agree that Eddie's old footage would appear during the show, and he simply refused to do that. I mean, it's just unbelievable. And Alex is currently promoting his new book called Brothers that will tell his story, his brother's story, and obviously the story of the band. And in an interview with Rolling Stone magazine, which is quite revealing, I mean, he revealed a lot of very interesting stuff. And he explained this in the interview. He said that after Eddie's death, he was gutted. He really saw everything calm down. And after a while, he decided he wanted to do a special tour as a tribute to his brother. And so he got in touch with David Lee Roth first. Two members of Roth's band served as seat fillers, playing the bass and the guitar, while Roth and Alex were rehearsing. And the plan was to bring in maybe Michael Anthony, the band's classic bassist, and Joe Satriani, the virtuoso guitarist, who is now currently touring with Sammy Hagar, playing a lot of Van Halen material. And Alex said in an interview with Rolling Stone that he even called Brian May, Queen's co-founder and guitarist, to ask him how how they were dealing with Freddie Mercury's legacy and how they paid tribute to Freddie during their shows and etc., because he wanted to do something similar with regarding Eddie Van Halen. And when he mentioned this to David Lee Roth, this is what he said. And you're going to see right here. And he even said that during the rehearsals, he felt especially something weird in his feet, feeling numbness. And he said that it felt like an omen from above that was telling him not to do the tour. And this is what he said about David Lee Roth's reaction to the idea of paying tribute to Eddie Van Halen. I mean, and this is what he said: the thing that broke the camel's back, and I can be honest about this now, was I said, Dave, at some point we have to have a very overt, not a bowing, but an acknowledgement of Ed in the gig. If you look at how Queen does it, they show old footage. And the moment I said we gotta acknowledge Ed, Dave fucking popped a fuse. The vitriol that came out was unbelievable. I mean, it's just surreal. And according to Alex, he felt that Roth found the idea very offensive for reasons he can't comprehend. So the drummer said, obviously, he was pissed off with Roth, and he said, I'm from the street. You talk to me like that, motherfucker, I'm gonna beat your fucking brains out. You got it? And I mean that. And that's how it ended. It's just, my God, it's like I didn't know him anymore. I have nothing but the utmost respect for his work ethic and all that. But Dave, you gotta work as a community, motherfucker. It's not you alone anymore. And I mean, it's just unbelievable. Eddie Van Halen is one of the greatest guitar players of all time, one of the most important and influential guitarists of all time. And he passed away. The tour was to honor his legacy, was to pay tribute to him, and Roth, you know, simply was mad that they would show Eddie footage on the stage. They would talk about him and pay tribute to him during the shows. I mean, I think that obviously Dave has his importance. He's an incredible vocalist and an incredible performer on stage, certainly one of the greatest front bands of all time. But man, I mean, if you think about who is the most important member of Van Halen, it's Eddie Van Halen. If it wasn't for Eddie, Van Halen would have been a normal hard rock band. Eddie made them one of the greatest bands of all time. And I'm not disregarding David Lee Roth, Michael Anthony, who is an incredible bassist, an incredible backing vocalist, and Alex, who is probably one of the most underrated drummers of all time. But I mean, Eddie is the most important piece of that puzzle of what made Van Halen be bigger than they would be without him. And to think that Roth refused to pay tribute to Eddie during those possible concerts, it's just mind-blowing. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. And in the same conversation, Alex said that it was bad on one hand that it didn't happen, but on the other hand was fine because he said that in retrospect, playing old songs would feel like a jukebox thing and not a tribute to Eddie, a real tribute. And he said that to find a replacement for Eddie, it's just not the same. And although this disagreement between him and Roth happened, and he said that he's still in touch with Roth. They're not. They're talking to each other and they are in good terms after all in some level, and it's just mind-blowing that it didn't happen because of that. And Wolfgang Van Halen kind of attacked Roth a while ago, saying that because the final Van Halen album, A Different Kind of Truth, released in 2012, the contract with the streaming platforms had to be renewed, and he said, and the album was out of the streaming platforms for a while because, according to Wolfgang, as he said a while ago, it was because of Roth. He didn't want to sign. He didn't agree with the agreement with the streaming platforms, and then Roth attacked him on his social media and called him this fucking kid and said he was living alongside his father's shadow, and really criticized him. And Rolling Stone asked Alex about that, and this is what he said. He said that to me is a sign of respect that he actually thinks that Wolfies, who is Eddie's son, is on the same level as the old master Dave, right? The other thing is that Wolf can easily take care of himself. It's not a problem. That's what he said about this feud between Wolfgang and Roth recently. And another interesting thing that the magazine pointed out is that he didn't mention Sammy Hagar's era of the band directly in the book. He said only that Van Halen had other singers, but didn't mention it, according to Rolling Stone, Sammy Hagar's name on the book. And he didn't even mention, also in the interview, he said that the heart and soul and the creativity and the magic was Dave, Ed, Mike, and me. So there's really something, a few hard feelings with Sammy Hagar still. And Sammy said he didn't talk to Alex for more than 20 years recently already. And he said that Alex didn't text him back over the years or even returned his calls. So there are some really hard feelings between Alex and Sammy, and which is not quite good. And there's a few other interesting things that they revealed, that Alex revealed in the interview, is that he's still not happy that Eddie recorded the guitar solo for Beat It with Michael Jackson. He said that he felt like creativity was something finite, and they should direct all their creativity to the band. It would have been better if Michael Jackson, for example, was a guest on a Van Halen album. And another very interesting thing is that he revealed that they have in Van Halen's vault there is many unfinished songs, and he said that it's bits and pieces of songs. It's not really a complete song or half of a song. And he said that he got a lot of plans for that, and he even reached out to OpenAI, which is the company responsible for ChatGPT, to see if they had some kind of technology that could, from the artificial intelligence, to really analyze Eddie Van Halen's guitar playing and try to come up with how he would do a new guitar solo, generate new guitar solos for these bits and pieces of songs. And he said that he had in mind simply Robert Plant, the Led Zeppelin vocalist, to finish these tracks, to lay down the vocals, to record the vocals for these unfinished songs. But he also noted that he doesn't talk to Robert Plant for more than 30 years already. And one last thing that it's quite interesting is that he said he's looking for a producer to a possible Van Halen biopic for the future, just like Queen did it, and like Motley Crue, Elton John. So, it's quite interesting because Alex is quite recluse, and this was the first interview he gave since his brother's passing, and the first in probably more than a decade, I would say, and almost a decade probably. The last interviews he gave was during the final Van Halen tour, and he just gave us a lot of information, and it's just incredible. If you want to read more about it, go to the description and go read the entire interview with Eddie Van Halen in rollingstone.com. It's just incredible. And that's it. I hope you liked the video. These are some interesting informations about the Van Halen camp. And please don't forget to subscribe, leave your comment, tell me what you think about all of this. And another interesting thing is that David Lee Roth refused to comment about that when asked by Rolling Stone. And anyway, please subscribe and visit rockandrollgarage.com. Thank you for watching, and I see you later.